Now to vote 2016 and the latest from Cleveland, where Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka did a walkthrough of the Quicken Loans Arena stage just this afternoon ahead of their much anticipated speeches tonight. And still the talk of the Republican National Convention is Senator Ted Cruz's speech last night that he gave without officially endorsing Trump. Just more controversy coming out of the RNC on its final day. And we have you covered, of course. Local 10 News reporter Glenna Milberg is standing by, but we begin with our senior political reporter Michael Putney with more today. Michael, a big night. We'll see what happens tonight. There is a lot of
Calvin, a very big night, and Donald Trump needs to really hit one out of the park tonight, a rhetorical home run. This is the most important speech of his life. And at this convention last night, Florida Governor Rick Scott gave the best speech of his life.
Vote for Donald Trump.
First off, I love doing it. There was so much energy in the room.
Today, the governor is still feeling the afterglow from his unusually forceful speech last night.
I love Cleveland. I love Ohio. It's great to be here. Thank you, everybody.
Tonight, it's Donald Trump. Governor Scott, what does Donald Trump have to say tonight to unite the Republican Party? Because Ted Cruz last night showed that it's a divided party. He said so.
Sure. What he's got to talk about is what's important to the public. What's important? Jobs. That's number one. And that's the most important thing. Every family wants to make sure they have independence through a job. Number two, he's got to talk about basic public safety. At the federal level, that's primarily ISIS.
Scott accuses President Obama and Hillary Clinton for being weak on national security and mismanaging the economy.
Today, America's in terrible world record high debt. Our economy is not growing.
But it is growing, according to PolitiFact. It examined Scott's claim and called it false. The Dow is at record highs. Unemployment is at 4.9%. The economy is not tanking, is it?
But it's not growing. We've done well in Florida. We've added 1,118,000 jobs. We're beating the national averages in GDP by over 50%, I think, by job growth over 70%. In all these areas, we're doing well. But the country is not growing like it should.
Well, the economy may not be growing as much as the governor would like, but in fact, it is growing. There are 99 Florida delegates at this convention, and in the primary season, some supported Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. So are they conflicted? My colleague Glenna Milberg is down on the floor of the convention with that story. Glenna.
Michael, hello. We've been seeing you in the skybox here, and we are right here where the Florida delegation is. We've been talking to a lot of our South Florida delegates from home. They were at an event today this morning. A lot of them were Marco Rubio and Jeb Bush supporters originally, but now universally very critical of what Ted Cruz did here last night. Their message today is get on board with Trump or get out of the way. What Ted Cruz did last night, for better or worse, was give people the avenue of a non-Trump choice that seemed to have already gone away.
Donald Trump is our only choice at this point. Donald Trump is going to be our nominee. It's him versus Hillary, and no Republican can support Hillary Clinton. She is dangerous for America. She's dangerous for national security.
I think the party should be more united, and at this point, it's about the voters. The voters, they chose, and we have to respect the voters' choice.
Our delegates are saying, then why did he show up? If you're not going to endorse, why did you show up?
The people who showed up here today, they're showing up now, 7:20. The program opens. You're looking right now at just some of the 125,000 red, white, and blue balloons that will be dropping down here after the Trump family gets finished up there tonight. We understand it's going to be waist deep. About 125 people who go to local schools blew up those balloons a couple of weeks ago. Not by mouth, but by machine. And the people in the company out of Anaheim that have responsibility for the balloon drop tonight have done all kinds of events, including Super Bowls and political conventions and inaugurations. And that's one of the things a lot of people here are looking forward to tonight. And one last thing I want to show you, the Florida delegation's great seats for the Trump speech tonight, front and center, right behind New York. And they have a tradition here, Lori, Calvin. If you notice, all the seats here are marked. Everyone comes day one and then puts their names on the seats because they claim their seats. They stake their claim on the location for the rest of the convention, and they are very, very serious about keeping those seats.
Florida
I'm
up
Glenna Milberg,
front.
live on the floor of the convention tonight in Cleveland, Local 10 News.
Great to see. Glenna, tell us, though, we've been talking a lot about Trump and Ivanka speaking, but run down the rest of the list of speakers.
Frankly, I don't have the list in front of me tonight, so I can't do that for you, but I know that those two are absolutely the highlight speakers. The RNC actually has a little bit of business to do before that. That's why they're filling up right now. 7:20 the program opens. We don't expect to see Ivanka and then Donald Trump until probably very close to our newscast at 11 o'clock, but no doubt that is the headliner tonight.
Prime time. Glenna Milberg, thank you. The Republican National Convention wraps up tonight. Don't miss ABC News' live coverage beginning at 10 o'clock. And then next week, the Democratic Convention takes place in Philly. Both Glenna and Michael will be right there to cover it all.